guys, this is the final act in my Let's Play series, and it's obviously Act 5. And as I mentioned in the title there, I also get to meet the dragon Bael for the first time, as this is my first dragon encounter out of all three of them. And Bael you have to defeat first before you can meet Paisi and then lastly Dragor. So this is my first playthrough and I hadn't beaten the worker, and yet Bael did appear for me, so that was interesting to know that she does appear in the first playthrough. So I'm well kitted out there for Cyrus and Issa, and I have my 1000 Dark Fire that I got early on in the game, and I also managed to get the Axe of Garlith from the collector. So I've got a really good heavy weapon for Cyrus, as well as a few others that are pretty good, like the Blade of Eredum for Issa. Also I got that from the collector. But I've also managed to get a few rare items, and mainly they appeared in the ship at a discount for me, and I have had a couple of Titan drops, and one of those appears later, so I'll point that out to you, as I often get asked about the hidden items. And I will be doing a video on all the hidden items once we've had the last Aegis tourney for that last shield for Issa. And once we've got that, then I can show all hidden items and also all armor sets, as my previous videos on both of those areas are a bit out of date. And you'll see for Issa I'm holding the Raoul, and that's another blacked out item, and as I said, it appeared for me in the ship at a discount, about 25% off, something like that. So that was a bit of a scoop, and so I decided to use that, even though it hasn't got a square gem slot, so I can't use my Dark Fire with it. But I thought it's worth it because, you know, it's a rare item and I want to master that and keep upgrading it. So that meant I had a longer fight on my hands here, but the bonus combo was pretty good, and it's like a bonus combo every other hit, whilst ever it's 3 arrows. And the equipment only has 3 arrows at very low level, and once you start upgrading it you lose the 3 arrows for bonus combos and more arrows start appearing and you have, you know, 4 and then eventually 5 arrows for bonus combos. And the only way to get it back small again is by getting the bonus combo -1 gems, and you can equip a maximum of 2 of them and take 2 of the arrows off and you're back to 3 arrows. So it's worth knowing, and I didn't really think about it, and unfortunately I've upgraded both my Snicket for Issa and my Steel Hatchet for Cyrus. So both of those great weapons have lost their good bonus combo ability there. The Snicket, it's now 4 arrows, so I can't do the bonus combo every hit, and the Steel Hatchet, it won't do a bonus combo every other hit. But there you see I got the Glimmer, and I'm often asked, how did you get the Glimmer? And I thought I'd got it from a chest or a Titan drop, but that's shown it. It's from a Titan drop, and there it is. A good weapon for bonus combos again, just down, up, down, and you'll get a bonus combo every other hit, so that's great. And I'll have to wait until I've managed to get bonus combo -1 gems with this character to get my Snicket and Steel Hatchet back to 3 arrows. So if you haven't upgraded the Snicket, then don't. If I'd realised it would go to 4 arrows so early on, then I wouldn't have done that. I would have left it. But anyway, that's okay. I'll work towards getting a bonus combo -1 gem, and that will be a long journey, I realise that. With this fight I was going for the battle chip challenge. of taking 2 hits, and when he did hit me, then I was stunned and couldn't move for another couple of hits, so I took more than 2 hits. And that's what happens in the game. If you do get hit, you do stay stunned for a moment and you can't move, so be aware of that. So going back to the dragons, as I'm getting close now to that first meeting, there's a few places that the dragons appear, and Act 5 is one of them, and you'll see the area soon. And I'm again often asked, where do they appear? So basically at Meteus Observatory they appear at the beginning, and also Plains of Koroth, and also the Vault of Tears before you enter the castle. And here's the other place, and it's in front of the Ark before you enter it. And you know that the dragon will be there because there isn't a Titan. There's only the blue circle and no monster there waiting for you. And when you see that, then you know the dragon is going to arrive next. So I decided to equip my highest weapon, and that was the Axe of Garlith, the Lost Axe of Garlith. And it's got over 700 attack, plus my Dark Fire. And if the dragon has Spectrum Defense, then he'll still get 10% of the damage. And there she is, magnificent creature, pretty awesome. And she's attacking me with the fire as soon as she arrives. So you got to jump out the way as soon as she appears. And then you basically follow the directions as you fight her. But she does look amazing, and once you've defeated her, that's it, you won't see her again. So this was a good chance for me to see the dragon again, because that's it, they don't come back. And in my main slots I've defeated all 3 of them. And the way you defeat them is you keep taking their health off every time you meet them at those locations, and it's random, you know, you don't know when they're going to turn up at those places. But each time you meet them, you take a bit more of their health off, and eventually when they're low enough, then a quest will appear on the map, and it's a kill quest to go and finish off the dragon. And there's always a nice reward once you've done that. So with Bael, eventually when I defeat her, she drops a map, and that's the map of Ash and Sorrow. And to get the treasure from the map, you need to go to the Vault of Tears. That's Cyrus's Act 4, and you'll see that dragon statue with the egg that's hatched. And you tap that egg and you'll get a 500 rare fire gem. And I've put a link in the description under this video on how to upgrade that and other rare gems. So you can see I'm getting a broken block here, and that's because I haven't got 100% defense. But I wanted to master up this great Imagine Dragons axe, and I'd stacked the Spectrum Defense gems that I do have, and I've got a 25% and a 10% and a 1 or 2 5%. So I put as many in as I could, and I was confident that I wouldn't die before the end of the fight, and sure enough I didn't. I could take the damage from not having 100% defense. But now, as you see, I'm up to 41 with Cyrus, and I'm putting my stats into attack and also to get the skills that are in there. So I said in the title that I have got some channel news, and that is that I'm now planning to start streaming Infinity Blade, and at least I'll see how it works out, what it's like. And I'm going to do the Mob Crush stream, and I've put a link in the description to my channel where it will be. And I'm planning to do it tomorrow, and it would be 10 AM Eastern American time, which for me in Australia is going to be very late, like 2 in the morning. So if I sound a bit tired, you'll know why. But I should be fine. I'm often up at that sort of time, so that's cool. And what I'll do is start at 10 AM and I'm going to do it with my big character, my main character slot. I've got a clean map, so I'll start from Act 1, and you can see, you know, how I play with the high level character and how I store my gems and that sort of thing. And I'll just play through it and chat, and it should be fun. And so you can join me on the mobcrush.com at 10 AM tomorrow. Now back to this game, and I am going to show the ancient map. I decided, I've got so many chips from passing so many goals that I decided to get the ancient map with some of the chips. And you'll see that it shows the panel on the wall that appears while you're opening the chest. You see it there on the left of the screen at the back. So you tap that during that cutscene and you get a rare prize wheel. So I checked that out to see what I'd get, and you'll see that I got a weapon for Isa, and it's the Iron Claw. So that's a pretty good weapon for her because it has a square gem slot and it's also got 200 attack, so I was happy with that. And you'll see in the chest I got the hidden plate for Cyrus. So I'm doing pretty well with gear, and you can see I bought him a new suit from the money that I collected during this act. And you might have noticed I got 90,000 with Isa from the chest, so that was a real boost. And he's got the matching helmet and armor, the finite helmet that matches it. So it's on to the last two bosses, the main bosses of the game, and it's Radriar for Isa, and if you don't beat him then you get taken back to the hideout, so you have to beat him to continue in the game. But there is a tip, if you didn't know, that if you do die to a boss, as soon as you die you want to quit the app and restart it, and you'll find yourself back in front of the boss. So that saves having to replay the act being taken back to the hideout. And I often do that when I'm doing 5-to-1s, because, you know, I definitely don't get them first time. Only once I got it first time with Acolyte, but other than that they've all definitely taken me more than one try, and that's when I'm doing 5-to-1s, when their stats are 5 times my stats. And I've got a playlist of 5-to-1s. They're an extra challenge that you can give yourself, and also they're recognized on the Epic Games forum and for clubs, so you know that's pretty fun to do. And so now it's on to the last fight with Garlith, and he's level 150, and I stack up with my gems that are the most useful, which are the Spectrum Defense and some extra magic, although I don't use magic, but you know it's good to know it's there, and my highest weapon, which is this Lost Axe of Garlith and the Dark Fire. So I was feeling pretty confident, even though he did clip me there with his foot, but I ignored that. I'm not that used to fighting him with heavy, actually. I'm used to fighting him with dual. And also he did get a bit sneaky with me in this second scene. I thought this would be the end, but I froze. You see that there? It didn't work, so I didn't get as many hits in as I'd have liked. But there was no problem, and he was down, and I got the goal. And after that you see the whole animation. So don't forget to join me tomorrow on Mob Crush at 10 AM Monday for a live stream of Infinity Blade Play. And check the description for the link to my stream on Mob Crush. Thanks for watching Tamil Channel, your favourite channel for Infinity Blade. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe, and check out my website and social pages. Thanks, see you next time.